Hello everyone, this is Guru Charan Das Adepu, lecturer in management, Government Degree College, Siddipeta Autonomous. Today we are going to discuss about mobile device operating systems. A mobile device operating system is a software that allows smartphones, tabs, and other mobile devices to run applications and programs. A mobile operating system typically starts up when a device powers on, presenting a screen with icons or tiles that present information and provide application access. And mobile operating system also manage cellular and wireless network connectivity as well as phone access. There are numerous mobile device operating systems available today. Some of the most commonly used mobile operating systems we will discuss here. One is Android operating system. We can call it as Android OS. iPhone operating system, or we can call it as iOS. And the third one is BlackBerry OS. Fourth one is Palm OS. And fifth one Symbian OS. Each and every OS we will discuss here in detail. First, we are going to discuss about Android OS. The Android operating system you will also see in the logo in the slide, Android logo. Generally, when we switch off or when we reset the phone, you will find this logo when you are using an Android phone. Android operating system is a mobile operating system that was developed by Google to be primarily used for touchscreen devices, cell phones, and tabs. This operating system was first developed by Android Includes, a software company located in Silicon Valley, USA, before it was acquired by Google in 2005. Android OS is written in Java language. Okay, Android OS is written in Java language. Android brought a drastic change in the mobile technology. Now we will see the features of Android operating system. Android is an open source, free and Linux based operating system. It provides a beautiful and user friendly interface. It supports multitasking. I think those who are having computer knowledge, you can say savvy of computers, and they are familiar with this multitasking and multi-threading. Here we are discussing it supports multitasking. User can jump from one task to another, and at the same time various applications can run simultaneously. For example, while listening to music, you can chat with your friend. Right? This is one good example for multitasking. Another feature of Android is Android operating system provides app market known as Play Store. We can say Google Play Store. From the Play Store, you can download and install different types of apps in your mobile phones, which you are interested, which you are having, which you feel that you feel that they are useful for you. And Android OS provides a notification facility whenever new message comes or an email arrived on the phone. It automatically shows on the home screen of the phone. Android operating system supports a built-in infrared transmitter that allows you to use your phone or tablet as a remote control. It supports all Google services like Google Drive, YouTube, and Google Maps, etc. Okay. Another feature of Android is it supports 2D, okay, two-dimensional we call it as, and 3D graphics, 3-dimensional graphics. It supports Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular connectivity. The web browser used in Android OS is Google Chrome. In Android OS, Google Assistant is used as a virtual assistant. Now we move on to another operating system, that is iPhone operating system. or we can say iOS. Okay, in iOS, if you see the slide, you will find logo of iOS, how it would be. iOS, Apple's, I think you are all familiar with the heard the name Apple company. Apple's iPhone operating system was originally developed by Apple Inclusives in 2007 for use on its iPhone devices. Now this mobile operating system is referred to as iOS and is supported on a number of Apple devices including the iPhone, iPad, iPad 2 and iPod Touch. Okay, these are all produced by the Apple company only. They are from primary to developed version. The iOS mobile operating system is available only on Apple's own manufactured devices, as the company does not license the operating system for third party hardware. Okay, and we also need to discuss the features of iOS here. uh, iOS is a proprietary mobile operating system based on Macintosh operating system X, OS X we call it as. iOS provides a user-friendly interface that uses multi-touch gestures like swipe, tap, pinch, etc. to facilitate the user interacting with the applications. Right, and there is iOS devices come with pre-installed apps developed by Apple, including Mail, Maps, TV, Music, FaceTime, Wallet, Health, and many more will be pre-installed in iOS devices, and this is the another feature of iOS. And iOS supports multitasking as same that was supported by Android. User can jump from one task to another task at the same time. Various applications can be and simultaneously. In terms of security, iOS is more secure than Android. Okay, it provides good face recognition security. Okay, good face recognition. Generally nowadays we are using different types of biometric secure reasons, among which one is a face recognition security that will be provided in iOS. iOS generate less heat while processing as compared to Android. Okay, less heat can be generated in iOS. Apple Pay can be integrated into iOS application to provide an easy and secure way to make payments. Right, Apple Pay we use here. The authorization for the Apple Pay can be done using Face ID, face recognition, and Touch ID sometimes. Okay, there are several security concerns developed for this. iOS are best for gaming and business purposes. iOS supports Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular connectivity, same Android. iOS provides direct access to Apple App Store and the iTunes catalog of music, podcasts, television shows, and movie available to rent or purchase. iOS offers various accessibility features to help users with vision and hearing disabilities. And the web browser used in Apple iOS is Safari. Okay, web browser. Whereas in Android we use Chrome, here we use Safari. And Apple iOS, Siri is used as a virtual assistant. Okay, Siri, right? Remember, don't forget these. What we call it as name of the web browser and the virtual assistant that were used in iOS. Now we move on to another OS, that is BlackBerry OS. If you see the PPT in the slide, you will find the logo of BlackBerry. BlackBerry operating system was originally developed by the Canadian company BlackBerry Limited, formerly known as Research in Motion. Okay, earlier that was called as Research in Motion. In 1999, for its BlackBerry line of smartphone handheld devices, and the company was developed this. Other mobile operating systems like Android, Microsoft, Windows Mobile, and Symbian can run on different brands of mobile phones, but the BlackBerry has a specific characteristic, that is it can run only on BlackBerry phones. Okay, whereas another Android, Microsoft Windows, okay, mobile, Microsoft Windows Mobile and Symbian can run on different types of brands, whatever the mobile phone manufacturer, but they can operate. Whereas it was not so in case of BlackBerry. BlackBerry OS can run only on BlackBerry phones. BlackBerry OS is similar to Apple's iOS in this regard. Okay, iOS, Apple iOS is also not uh, uh, not used for other brand companies, only for Apple that will be. As same it is in case of BlackBerry. Now we will move on to features of BlackBerry. Features of BlackBerry operating system is, this operating system is beneficial for the corporate users because it provides synchronization with the Microsoft Exchange, Lotus Domino, and other business softwares when used with the BlackBerry Enterprise Server. BlackBerry operating system provides multitasking and supports specialized input devices that have been adopted by BlackBerry for use in its handhelds. Another feature that BlackBerry OS has, the BlackBerry apps are very less than Android and iOS. Most developers prefer to make apps for Android and iOS because they have a large audience. Okay, there is a lot of demand because of the number of what we call them as mobiles devices sold which use Android operating system. And another, Bluetooth sharing it is hard and difficult to configure in BlackBerry OS. BlackBerry OS supports push mail service. It is a secure platform for sending and receiving mails. Right? And we move on to another OS, that is Palm OS, also known as Garnet OS, which we may also call it as Garnet OS, is a mobile operating system initially developed by Palm Includes for personal digital assistance PDAs in 1996. Newer versions of the Palm OS have added support for expansion ports, new processors, external memory cards, improved security, and support for smartphones. The sixth and final update to operating system Palm OS Cobalt was released in 2004. Okay, long ago that is. And if you Palm operating system Cobalt logo, you will see on the slide. Now we move on to features of Palm OS. Right? We see the features of Palm OS. The initial version of Palm OS includes a few features we will discuss here. One is address book, the second is date book, third is notepad, okay, enabled, and fourth is to-do list, fifth is calculator. Features added in various updates in the Palm OS includes one infrared messaging and color display, Bluetooth, Wi-Fi. Okay, and now we move on to another, that is Symbian OS. Okay, Symbian OS was the most widely used smartphone operating system in the world until 2010, when it was overtaken by Android. Okay, after 2010, Android has overtook the Symbian operating system. Symbian operating system began as an operating system called Epoch EPOC, which was developed in the 1980s by a company named Cyan. P is Cyan, P were silent. In 1998, in a joint venture with telephone manufacturers Nokia, Ericsson, and Motorola, Cyan became Symbian. Okay, Cyan became Symbian Limited, and Epoch became Symbian OS. In 2008, Nokia takes over Symbian Limited and establish a new non-profit organization named as Symbian Foundation. Okay, if you see the PPT slide, you will find that Symbian, okay, logo, Symbian OS logo. Development of Symbian OS was discontinued in operating system. Symbian OS is nothing but Symbian operating system development was discontinued in May 2014. However, we need to discuss the features of Symbian and features of when we consider the features of Symbian. The Symbian OS is based on the Java language, and Nokia was the first company to release Symbian OS on its mobile phones. And the touch of Symbian OS used devices is not as smooth as compared to iOS and Android devices. Symbian OS provides open platform to enable independent technology and software vendors to develop third-party apps. And another feature is it supports audio, video recording playback, and streaming and image conversion. It provides simple and high efficient inter-process communication where flexible user interface design is also provided in this feature. It supports multitasking. Multitasking is almost all every where we have not when we discussed the palm and palm only, we didn't come across that okay, support of multitasking. Right, and with this I conclude our session, and in the next class we discuss about micro browsers. Thank you for being with me. I'll end the session now.